showing up live here. Welcome to New Realities. I'm Alan Steinfeld, and I'm hosting this incredible show today about the divine goddesses with my good friend Val Tignini, Val Marie. Welcome.
Hi.
And we do have some amazing women with us today. It's really a Shakti fest here. I'll introduce the people. Well, why don't you introduce Kai, and I'll introduce the other two here.
Okay, sure. So I met Kai at her own festival, actually. It was Fest in Pennsylvania, the United States. And when I met her, I recognized her immediately. I felt this very galactic connection to her, and I can see like all the goddess images in her, and it was just so profound to connect to a sister like this, and it was just instant. So I'm really honored to have her here. She connects to Kali Ma, and I think you connect to just the goddess in general, the essence of the divine feminine, and so I'm excited to have her speak through her.
Right. No, I'm happy to have her here because I've experienced her channeling too. And there's Allie. Welcome, Allie.
Hi, Allie.
We're just introducing people.
Hi.
I'll go to Allie first, since you two other people don't know her. But Allie, I've seen Allie evolve as a channel, as someone who's in touch with the divine. And was it like 5 years ago that you didn't know anything about any of this? Something like that?
Yeah, it was 2012.
2012. It's just like, boom, right? Open the crown chakra, and the Shakti just started to pour through you. I would see you bouncing off the floor. Actually, you and Val both did that. And,
I remember those days.
Kundalini, baby.
You know what? I have a fond memory of me and Val at an Abdi session, actually. And Val took my hand. I was like half unconscious, and I could feel her take my hand. And then all of a sudden, I heard her throwing up everywhere. Do you remember that, Val?
I do. That is not a fun memory. Why do you keep that memory?
It's okay. But
that was crazy.
I'm just introducing people.
I remember why too.
I'll just introduce you, Allie, quickly, and then we'll go on to Nina and Shekina. Allie's just channeled an amazing book called Project One, where she really brings through a higher aspect of the divine. And it's all about the feminine resonance. Is that how the feminine vibrates here? And it's the feminine component that needs to balance the rest of the planet. Is that how you would describe it, Allie?
Yeah, it is. You know, it's such a intricate topic that I'm learning about as I'm channeling Project One, that I guess I didn't really fully understand how important the feminine resonance really is. We talk a lot about the feminine energy and the masculine energy.
We'll talk about that. How about we'll get back into a conversation about that. I just want to introduce Nina Starsong. Hi, Nina. Nina's a channel of divine energy. You're really the only person I don't know, but I really liked what you were saying on a goddess panel, and how you were tapping into this whole other realm and bringing through the energy. Just tell us a little bit more about what you do so everyone else knows. Oh, wait, let me unmute you. Wait,
that would help.
Wait, now you have to unmute yourself there.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, good.
Okay,
yes.
Perfect. So I connect directly to Creator Source and channel from there. And I also specifically work with the Star Galactic Federation of Light, sing and speak in star and light language. and I do healing work but work with really all the benevolent beings of the Christed light, and very much connect to the Magdalene ray and the magenta ray, sacred rose, and the reunion within of divine masculine, divine feminine through Christ Magdalene within all of us as our own twin flame reuniting together. So
that's beautiful. Wow, that sounds familiar, doesn't it?
It does. Definitely.
But let me just introduce Shekina Rose. I met Shekina wandering the deserts of Sedona. That is her home turf. She is the blue ray of the red rocks out there, and she's really tapped into the land. I mean, it sort of vibrates through you out there in Sedona. What else would you say about your work, Shekina?
I'm a Blu-ray empath, sensitive, ultra sensitive, and channel for the ultra empath sensitives and kind of the ascension symptoms and the shifts that are going on. And I was downloaded that I was from the Blu-ray in 2008, and then just tons of information came to me, and then I finally found my place in the world. And I'm an angelic. I'm an angelic and an angelic messenger, an angelic medium, and I sing in the language of light, and like many of you are a channel of, you know, the divine frequencies. And I am very much connected to Mother Earth, Gaia, and the crystals. Alan, believe it or not, this is a Sedona crystal.
Wow, you
that's
found
actually white,
you
and
found
they've
Sedona?
In Sedona, the energy started and the crystals started communicating with me when I came on this other side of town in West Sedona about a couple years ago, and they started showing me where they were. And so I've been, you know, connecting with them, and also the devas. I've really connected with the devas. I sent you that, Alan, the latest video transmission, and it was from a deva that she literally, you know, sang through me, you know, these tones. So through the, you know, the divine feminine flow, I know we're all connected to that, the divine feminine flow, the divine feminine energies. And I'm very much a part of that, and Mother Mary as well, the rose ray and the blue ray.
Wow. Great. Okay, we'll come back around. But Val, why don't you introduce yourself too? Because like what Nina said and Shekina, actually everyone here is really a part of your goddess journey. But tell us about yourself.
Well, I had a Kundalini awakening in 2010 on December 12th. And since that day, the Shakti within me awakened, and I could connect to ET galactic beings, connect to, well, the being that came to me during my Kundalini awakening was Yeshua, and showed me many different things about universal law and the universe and myself, and just a basic intro to what I know today. And then it evolved into Christ consciousness and downloads receiving from different beings, from Ganesh to Kuan Yin to all these different galactic beings, which I believe they are, and they live in the higher dimensions. And then I had many different initiations ever since the Kundalini awakening, from having Spanda to having Sacred Union, having all these different leveling ups, if you will. And my energetic body kept growing, and I just kept connecting back to this divine feminine energy, of which is connected to the Magdalene lineage. And I kept finding myself coming back to that, and the information kept coming back to that as well. But it's all interconnected to my galactic family as well, the Syrian from Sirius, the Syrian codes, and back down here on Earth. So I feel like it's all encompassing, the Earth and the galactics, and it's all part of who I am. And I feel like it's like I'm holding space for the Divine Mother, the Divine Feminine. And I believe that we kind of all do that in our own way. And so we each have our own gifts to share at this time, because that energy is coming through so strongly right now, and it needs to, because there's a healing that has to happen here on Earth. So we're just representatives of that energy.
Right. And I think that's great. I think Kai was actually feeling a lot of energy there. Feel all the energy going around here?
Yes, I do. I feel it in my heart.
But,
it's like this.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we could talk about the healing. Or channel it through. Like, we need this healing now. I mean, we are in serious trouble as a planetary civilization.
It seems like we're in serious trouble, but actually we're not. We are in a very good place.
Maybe.
I think the masses believe that we're in serious trouble, but it's just chaotic. It's after chaos, everything settles and it blossoms. It's really just part of the transformation. You need the chaos.
Well,
I would agree, Val. I would agree with you, because and I'm sure most of us are, like, I'm not connected to the media as much. Like, I don't have a TV, I don't have all those media outlets. You know, I connect to source. And you know what I liken this to is I liken this to the 60s. And I asked my my girlfriend, who's a major astrologer, to look this up, to look at the similarities, because I feel like we're having that, like, evolution happen, because I always wanted to be part of the 60s, a part of that whole amazing thing. And Spirit basically said, this is it. You're a part of this. And this is like this. This is what I feel is like happening, that like a huge, huge significant awakening and evolution is happening because of all of these events. And all of us, so many of us have prepared. You know, I was born a Blu-ray empath, and so many of us have prepared, you know, for this time, that there would be an opportunity for us to shift. And that's what I feel, and that's what I see a lot of, you know, the light workers, the grid workers, call this what you will, are experiencing as well, what you're saying, Val.
Wow.
And you know, I resonate with that. I also wanted to be part of the 60s. I feel like we probably were in the past life, you know, and jumped into this one. But, you know, this is much more powerful than the 60s.
I think Allie married the 60s there.
I did. That's what I was going to say, is I actually am a part of the 60s in so many ways, because my other half, literally my other half in so many ways, he was like a pivotal person in the 60s. And he talks about that all the time, how this is like the 60s. But he will say, this is unprecedented. You know, even this is unprecedented compared to the 60s. But me and my husband both know this is the Great Awakening. You know, it's pretty clear to most of us that have been preparing for this. It's like, oh, we knew this was coming. You know what I mean? It's like, we all knew this was coming. But you're right, Val, the masses see it as, you know, chaos. And it is truly like what your perception is, right? It's like, how are you going to perceive it? It's your consciousness, is where your consciousness is at, right? So it's interesting. It's definitely exciting, because we knew it was going to happen, but now it's actually happening. Now it's like, oh yeah, it's happening. It's here now.
We're in it. We're in the thick
We're
of it.
in it.
It's exciting because we don't know where it's going, which is fine. It makes everyone very much alive. Kai, what were you getting before? You were picking up on a lot of energy. Wait,
I think
yeah.
I was muted. Oh, I'm just feeling the energy very strongly in the moment. All these, oh my gosh, amazing goddesses. So yeah, I can just float right now.
Me too.
But I have to agree with Val, because every time the energy comes through, I've been meditating every night with my ex-husband, just to remind ourselves of where we are and what we're doing in the midst of all of this. And it's always just be in the 7D, just be in the 7th dimension. You can dive in if you need to do this or to do that, but it's not real. Don't buy into it. So that's what I'm being told, and that's what I'm feeling, because again, I'm not tapping into the media. I'm not tapping into any of the lower vibrational energies. So, and I don't have to leave my house, so I can pretty much easily stay in the higher vibrations.
Do you feel, I just put a channel out about all the like ascension symptoms, and I have this sense that beyond what's happening out there in the media, but I have this sense that there's a lot of like transforming through our own conscious bodies. It's like some of these energies are processing, I feel, through the feminine body, through the feminine template. And it seems like a lot of us are feeling certain kinds of emotions and feelings and energies. And what we're doing is like processing them, bringing them through like anchors through the feminine template, and then processing them out, like literally bringing them to like another level, another frequency. I don't know if some of you are feeling that, and yeah, a lot of, and there's some that is a little uncomfortable too. I've been feeling very nauseous, and other people have been feeling that too, and waves of sadness, but it like goes like through you, and as it goes through myself and us, it brings it to another level. It's like we can channel it to another level, and it's sacred too. It's that the sacred feminine. It's like being able to experience that empathy and that sympathy, and then being able to shift the actual frequency. Are you anyone else feeling
I've
that?
had one of the probably heaviest experiences next to birth I've had in my entire life. Like I can't even describe it. I've been in the Kundalini energy for 23 years. This hit me so hard that I didn't, it was beyond me. It was beyond anything that I've ever felt. And yes, I do feel like it's just the energies are coming in and we need to learn how to ground them.
Well,
And
Nina, what are you feeling, Nina, from this whole time? We lost you for a second.
Yes, I know. Sorry about that. I couldn't get back on, but here I am. So I definitely have had a lot of Kundalini my whole life, and really around the age of 20, it ignited. So I went through a lot of that, but really 2 years ago was when I was living in Paris. I went through a tremendous initiation through the heart of Christ and woke up out of the matrix and was shocked to have had this powerful experience. And I started being shown what was coming in the timelines and what to prepare for. And of course, I started sharing this with people, and everyone was like, "You're absolutely nuts." So it was really a challenging time for me.
What did you tell them? What did you say that what we were headed for? What did you see?
I said, consciousness is awakening on the planet. And I experienced being reborn in 5D. I experienced actually stepping out, the chains being broken from all astral altars and all timeline where I had been frozen throughout other lifetimes. I mean, it's all now, right? So it's all happening now. But I said, we are going to go through a huge process where everything that is dark is going to come to the light, and the light of Christ is going to shine through all of this. There's going to be a huge catalyst and an awakening And I saw all of these people just embracing their own Christed nature within, just the most beautiful, glorious awakening. But I also saw there would be a lot of devastation, a lot of world changes, earth changes. I saw panic. And I saw that people would really need to know that what they had to anchor in was something that was not of this world, because the systems in this world were dissolving as they were meant to. And we were coming into this extremely beautiful time of awakening, but it is this birthing process. So what I have been experiencing is, I will be completely honest, I got married 5 months ago in Paris.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. But I got very, very activated at the beginning of COVID-19 and was told right before, 3 weeks before it, leave Paris or you'll be trapped here. So I did, because I always listen. I went home to the East Coast and started having tremendous activation. And the Galactic Federation came in and they said, if you're going to play the role that you're going to play, it might mean that you have to say goodbye to your marriage, because your husband's not going to understand this.
Wow.
So I said, well, this is what I came to planet Earth for. This is why I'm here. I serve the Creator first. So I say yes. And since then, I have just been receiving so many transmissions and activations, and also going through my own process of healing, becoming sovereign in my womb, connecting to that diamond crystalline heart center of Gaia, and learning how to ground there, and feeling what it means to be a priestess of Gaia. And it doesn't mean to be a martyr and a victim anymore. It means to be sovereign. It's so beautiful. So I'm so grateful to be surrounded by so many women that are awakening within this, and we're holding this together. And it really is about all of us together. And I love that so much. It's not about one of us, or it's all of us. All of our roles are so integral together.
Well, it seems like the same energy is coming through all your women. I mean, it shows up in different ways, but I know Val and Shekina, and it's like, I think men don't have a clue really about this transformation of women. We're a little dense, and I'm sort of open, but I think women have to lead the way into the new vibration, because but I think that's equal partnership, but it's a kind of the thought form realities around the male sensibility is a little denser, and the feminine energies seems to be activated through the womb. Isn't that what you get too, Val?
I feel like it's really not the women, it's the new women. It's the new feminine, it's the divine feminine energy. I feel like right now the women are kind of stuck in between patriarchal ways, and believe that there are certain ways to be to survive. And many women are stuck in their root chakras. And so I think, women that flow, they know they can be feminine, empathic, supporting. Like, the main word I love to use for women is, we are a container. We hold space for everyone. But we also bring in that masculine, fierce energy that we can, use as a catalyst. So it's really about balance. It's the inner balance of the divine feminine, divine masculine within. But yes, as women, because we hold, this vessel is holding the womb, and that womb holds so many different codes, and it's connected to our heart. And it's also like, all of these areas that are sacred hold those codes and spill out those codes, and the same way the masculine does. So, the masculine brings out the Shiva, and the feminine brings out the Shakti. So we're responsible for those codes, but we're also responsible to integrate them, like Kundalini.
Mm-hmm.
Is that happening with you, Kai, as you tap into those realms?
Well, it's interesting because in the beginning of my Kundalini awakening, it was very strong Kali energy, and other energies would come through. But this time period and this, and the initial energy that came through me was all Shiva. It was, I am Shiva, Kai is dying. The energy was literally saying, Kai is dying, no more Kai, only Shiva. So I'm finding it really interesting that it is an integration. There is no more separation between male and female. It's a complete integration.
And we're seeing that in the world today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bit of a confusion too, because they believe it's a body image thing or clothing image thing, but it's not. It's an energy, and you can allow for whatever energy to come through.
But it's a feminine resonance. I think men have it, but I think women are being activated more from what I see. I mean, so Shekina, what do you, well, you're really in your own sphere, Shekina, but what do you think? I mean, you're so connected to the land, but.
Well, I'm also connected to, the star seeds and the angelics, because I'm connected to them through, through the Blu-ray and through the angels and the sacred divine feminine. I'm very much a part of. That is my, essence. Everything, the Blu-ray beings, they do their mission through the sacred divine feminine. That's what's being a Blu-ray. And what I've seen in myself and what I've seen in others is that it's like what you were saying, Alan. What I'm seeing is, yes, it's an energy. What Val, what you're saying is like, yes, it's a feminine divine energy. And I've been feeling that even more so. And however, it seems as though the women, because we are feminine and we're a representation of the goddess, as you are a representation of the God and God sacred, masculine, that the women are the ones though that seem like we're being so called, like we're so called, and that it just doesn't, it's like it doesn't matter what's happening or what's going on. The call is so strong right now that we just have to step up no matter what, and we have to leave relationships and jobs and whatever situations that there is. That's what I have seen. That's what I see. So that the women, it is the women that I see that are really stepping up, and it's just no matter what they have to do, this is their calling. And I also see more men stepping up as well. I see that as well. That is an energy, the men that can. I have through this found a partner. A partner has come in, and we are working together, on the mission and the purpose. And I've been alone for a very long time, just steady and strong, and in my purpose. So I feel that it just has to align with this. It has to be in harmony. It has to work with the sacred divine feminine, our core, our sovereign self. That's what's happening for me, is more of my core essence.
Yeah, I think with all that you're saying, for me, just the vibration of reality itself is shifting. And I think because women seem to be more connected to their body, they have a womb, that's the earth. I think it's dropping in to that grounded essence that women have. I mean, men have their own thing, but I'm just feeling it more from you women than I do from.
Well, to add to that, Alan, women are actually the more grounded ones, and the male energy is more spirit. So we are. Ooh, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
It was
okay. We are supposed to be the ones that hold the material world down, the Maya, the matrix, you know, we're the ones that have birthed this creation. And so it's interesting because we are very much, all of us here, including Ali, but I don't know where she is, we are very much connected to our upper chakras, which is very much connected to spirit. And leaving, so I'm a mother, and I know Kai's a mother, I know Ali's a mother. I don't know Nina and Shekina. I don't know if you're both mothers, but it's interesting that a lot of women are shifting up here. So we're meeting the masculine. We're moving up that energy and meeting up here so that we can bring that energy down here on earth. So that's what I feel. I mean, I know, Alan, you believe that men are the ones that are grounded, but it's quite the opposite.
I mean, men, I don't know, it's back and forth, you know, it's the yin and the yang. Men are grounded in some aspect, but I think women hold the earth inside them. They are the vehicles of creation. So I think we need to have that balance of the heaven and earth, but I think, you know, I get that women are the grounding force, but we are ascending up out of the earth plane to the blue ray, to the Pleiadian star seeds. This is the Shiva Shakti. I think the old relationships and the old forms and the old ways of exchange are changing. I mean,
yes. And we're also seeing it with women spiritual leaders.
Yeah.
You know, there was a time period that it was only men that were doing this.
Right.
You know, the guru and whoever. I mean, for long periods of time, even in the 60s, it was mostly men. And now it's shifting. We're seeing the feminine becoming Ma, becoming mother, right? Becoming the divine feminine, the divine essence, and people bowing at the feet.
Well, that's what I think I'm feeling. There was so far extreme the other way. We've had to come back this way.
Right, the pendulum is swung.
Into the balance. I mean, Kai, how do you mix Shiva and Shakti together inside your body?
Yes.
I haven't been doing much of anything from the ego perspective.
Oh, non-ego.
I know, but I'm just saying this has been a complete ego annihilation. Every day there's just another chunk. And that was one of the chunks, Val, was that male guru thing that was so strong in me. That was ripped away, and it was painful. It was really painful. But
was it painful because you felt like you lost your father?
I think it was painful because I was so attached to it, like generationally and culturally, and lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. It was such a strong attachment. Like I couldn't, when I look at it, and if you would have asked me this, I wouldn't have said this, but I couldn't see any other way. I think that it was so ingrained in me that there wasn't another perspective. So at this point, I think it's just integrated, Alan. I think it's just done the integration and is still doing. I'm definitely not through this process, but the integration is just happening within me. And I'm not going to lie, it's been scary. It's been really scary for me. So, but I'm just kind of trying to stay out and watch the process.
What's scary though? What's the scary part?
The ego. And it's interesting because now I can see, like in the beginning, the fear was so strong. All I could see was the fear, and all I could do was talk to God and get talked through it. I just kept getting talked through it. You're fine. You're fine. Everything's okay. And I'm like, I'm not fine. No, you're fine. Everything's okay. This is just a process. It's just the lights coming in. It's a process. So it's the ego, and I can really recognize the feelings of the ego and the feelings of the higher self. And anytime it's a fear feeling, anytime it's negative feeling, it's, oh, that's ego. Okay, I can see that's ego. So the integration is just happening. And as it's happening, the ego is just kind of dropping away and pieces are being pulled away.
I think that's what this time is. It's an ego, a shredder. I think,
Yes.
when you told your story about leaving your husband you had just married, it's like, how does the identity, I mean, go through that?
I ask myself that a lot. The truth is, in my life, I have been through tremendous initiation after initiation after initiation. And I have learned that the only reason I'm still alive and here in this body is because of Creator. And so my life serves Creator. So I made that decision a long time ago. And this was really completely unexpected. Of course, I wanted to be a wife. I got married for life. I'm extremely loyal, but my loyalty lies to Creator God. And right before this happened, I actually almost died 2 times. My heart was almost stopped due to medications. All of this happened in Paris. So I really realized that I trust Creator no matter what. And I serve the one. So yes, there is this personality part that has to go through this process of letting go. And I had to go through the trauma. But to be honest with you, what it did for me was it allowed me to reunion with my own inner masculine. And my experience was that what I heard was, you have to allow your divine feminine to be the queen that she is. Because when you keep coming off your altar, you do not allow men around you to come up and rise up and meet you. You keep meeting them where they are. And if you stay at your anchor of your altar and you allow your king and your queen to meet there, and it was so beautiful. I had this incredibly healing experience where I felt like my heart was going to break open from letting him go. And what came in was just this incredible Magdalene Christ energy. It was so sacred and beautiful. And this remembrance of that is what we have to be grounded in first, this beautiful inner marriage. So I've been in this process of rising in love as I'm experiencing this dismantling and going through this human experience of divorce that I never imagined I would go through.
Well, thank you for that. I feel that. That's
Thank you. Too.
It
takes a lot of courage to do something like that.
It does.
Full trust in the divine.
Yes.
Well, that's what I love about all of you women. I mean, men do it too, but I'm looking at you, I just getting to know you, Nina, but you do all follow your spirit. Like Shekina would wander the hills of Sedona for years by herself, right? I mean, I saw you in those mountains there, Shekina. You were one with the red rocks out there. And it was a kind of a fine tuning of your spirit. That's how I saw it. It was a great lesson for me.
Yeah, it's this, I'm so connected to nature. I'm so one with nature, because that reconfiguration is also coming back forth, is our connection and our alignments with nature. We're not supposed to be separate from each other or from nature, our Mother Earth. And that's, I feel that's why we can do what we can do to her, because somehow we got disconnected. And so we're realigning, and a lot of us, and that's part of that divine feminine flow, is, experiencing, nature through my own being, and experiencing the Devics, the Devics and the Devic intelligence, how important that is. I'm so close to them now. I had because of the crystals, I had a Devic embody me and sing through me And ever since that happened, I am so much more connected to the stars, the moons, the cycles, the energies, and natures, and the trees, and just everything. And I feel like we're all of us here are doing those different aspects of the divine feminine flow, of the feminine resonance, and bringing that, you know, bringing that online, bringing our part, even, you know, going through, Nina, what you went through, that is bringing that sacred part through. And I'm, you know, I'm grateful to be here. I just want to say that I don't know any of you. I know Alan, and Alan asked me at the last moment, he saw my video, and I was just, I was so tickled to be a part of all of you. It seemed like so much more, so exciting to be a part of all this. And now that I'm listening to all of you, it's just really wonderful. And each one of your stories and your sharing and what you're doing, it's like so important. And we need to hear that. Like, we need to hear each one of us, because we all have that piece of that sacred divine feminine essence at this time.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, just this conversation is giving me a lot of Shakti, but I yearn to connect with the earth. That is why I like women, because they are the earth. They are that part of creation that births life. And so walking barefoot on the earth is connecting to the feminine for me. It is that.
Yes. So to add to that, Alan,
Yeah.
you know, there's always these symbols of the sun and the moon, and the sun being the masculine, the moon being the feminine. But my feeling is they've mistaken. It should be the sun and the earth, and the earth representative of the feminine, of the sacred feminine. It's why are we always looking up and out when we are right? It's right here, the sacred. And I also want to add to that in a way that today is 6/6, and we started this at 6 p.m. And the number 6 is representative of Venus. And Venus is the divine feminine. The planet is beauty, abundance, love, and these are all things that the feminine carries. Of course, the masculine can carry as well, but it's very representative of the feminine. So that planet is a very feminine planet. So, you know, that's what kind of initiated all this, right, Alan? Is we said,
Yeah.
oh, let's do 6/6, and it's like, oh, it's a feminine number, let's do it.
Yes,
Yeah, and so it's all like divinely planned for us to come together like this, and bring these energies, because in the same way I can feel the energy is very strong here, and the same way Alan can feel it, and I know Kai can feel it, and you ladies can all feel it. But it's such a powerful energy. It's such a flowing energy. We are all saying the same thing in different ways.
Absolutely.
We're all embodying that divinity as the feminine. That's what I like. But what you said about love, I think women have a different sort of love. I mean, men love, of course, but I think they're different qualities, not better or worse. But for me, there seems to be somehow a different vibration, not higher or lower, just different, you know? Does that make sense? Is there?
But don't you think that if a male reaches a certain level of attainment, like Jesus or Babaji, that the love is of that level? I don't think men are nurtured into reaching that level. They just haven't been. And that's what needs to shift in a big way.
Right.
Men need to be nurtured into that.
I'm seeing this also more, for example, like gay men, they have the more feminine energy coming through them, and they have they have more empathy, and they're more sensitive, and they cry more. I see that more with the gay community, with gay men in particular. And I'm not saying that they're all like that, but a lot of them are. And and I feel like they've kind of embodied the divine feminine or the feminine qualities within them. And but it's interesting that they relate, some gay men relate that to being gay rather than to being integrated.
Or to embrace the feminine as the other. But of course, people can do whatever they want.
Right. No, I mean, sexual preference is not the case. I'm just, they might not even be sexually attractive to men, but because they are like that, they consider themselves gay. And, but you can, I always say, men, please be more sensitive, cry more, allow for that sensitivity to come through. And you don't have to be macho. You don't have to, you know, be hard. And this is what we're learning, you know, through this process.
I think because everything's so up in the air, I think the old labels of everything is shifting.
Exactly.
The only things that aren't shifting is, well, there's men and there's women, and however that manifests, but that's the ground, that's embodiment. I mean, this is a time of embodiment too. I mean, and feeling ourselves here in form. This is the ascension. We have to come down to go up. We have to take it with us, but we can't take it with us unless we own it. My feeling.
I also want to add to that in a way that I believe that sex is changing as well. Sexuality in general. It's not just about the doing. It's a spiritual experience. And you know, I think more as people awaken more and more, they don't want to have just random sex or having sex for just pleasure in, you know, in that way. It's more of like an attunement of energies coming together.
Yes, that's what it should be.
I've been getting that a lot lately, though. I mean, I don't have a partner, but that's been coming through to me.
But I think that's the rebalance. I think that's what was been so distorted in human beings, this fantasy of sexuality, of what it's been commercialized as, and we haven't realized what it really was. I'm just now realizing, oh, it doesn't have to be what you see in movies or in commercial. It's something much deeper. And if it's not that, then it can be something else. But you know, I think we are rebalanced. This is what Allie, who had to leave, that's her book is about, that the project one, it's about the feminine resonance and a reorientation to your own sacred nature as sexual beings, not just physical beings. But I also wanted to just go back to Shekina, because you talked about channeling through. Do you want, and it felt like you were going to do some light language there. Maybe you want to do some that, and everyone could share.
Sure. We'll it's been since I connected with all of you. It's been nonstop, and I know that you all can feel it. The energies are pouring forth. The devas, like nonstop, just nonstop. So let me see. Okay. So it's the devas, and it's the deva community, and they work with the cosmic field. We don't always know about those realms, and we're reconnecting by reconnecting in our core essence with who we are. We automatically start reconnecting back into the realms, whether it be the galactic, whether it be nature, whether it be the devics and are the angelics. So these are realms that we're reconnecting with, and the devics are one. And you could also say, you know, the elementals, the elemental field, and you could say the fairies, Devics in particular, because the Devics carry and the sylphs carry a particular a pure energy, and that, you know, that we can work with them. You know, we can work with them now because we have our own Devic. We have our elemental body that we have forgotten about, that connection, and that's also the crystalline nature, and that Devic energy and our crystals within our being is that telepathic, that what we call the unity field. The Devas wish to help us with our heart unity field, because the internet and the Wi-Fi mirror is an outward externalization of what we've created that really is our true to connection. We truly have a internet, you would say, a Wi-Fi connection. It's in the heart. We're telepathic beings. We're more telepathic beings than we know. We just haven't used that. That's coming online, and we need that. We need the web. We need the internet of our unity. That's coming online. The Devas want to help us with that, because we are Deva. We are also Deva because we're on this planet. This is our vehicle. It's nature. We eat of nature. We take of nature. We breathe of nature. We breathe of the stars and the cosmos. And we have also that divine power. Thank you for asking.
Well,
Thank you for asking for that.
why doesn't everyone bring through? Nina, you activated?
I'm activated, Alan. I'm feeling it.
You want to bring through your being?
I would love to. And I would like to just say this because I'm understanding right now why you invited me on here. The morning that you invited me to join you, I had received a powerful transmission about the need for all galactic beings, all star seeds, all angels, all family of light to awaken their voices, because the vocal chamber unlocks the key codes that are contained within us. It unlocks the diamond codes that are contained all around us. It is a stargate. The heart is a stargate. The chakras are stargates, and we are surrounded by stargates. And I had this beautiful vision of everyone singing, and it doesn't mean that you need to sound like a pop star. It's just your voice and your frequency opens up your own divine key code and activation to who you are to play this role at this time in 5D, new earth rising, as we are reborn together through the core of Gaia, Creator, Christ, Magdalene, reunion within. Let love rise. Let us return to our altars as kings and queens of the royal kingdom of Gaia. Thank you for
Go ahead,
receiving.
Val. Val, I feel you.
Oof. So there's really, I don't know what there's more to say because it feels like whatever they said is something that I've always said. It's just coming from source. It's all the same message. Let's see what's coming through right now.
The code.
The codes, we are galactic codes. We are embodying all of that right now. And the reason why we're coming together like this, not just us here, but people, humanity in general, we are coming together as a unity humanity. What we're experiencing with the virus has connected us as a whole. What we're experiencing right now with all the protesting is uniting us as a whole. But we went through this period of fear, and now it's like we're extinguishing that fear through our strength and our unity, through understanding that race is beyond us now. We're seeing beyond color. We're seeing beyond gender. We're seeing beyond class. And we're starting to come together as a planet, and we will be able to communicate telepathically, and we will become kings and queens in our sovereign selves. And I feel all of this happening right now, and it's exploding with energy. It's exploding with energy. It's like Shiva exploding his energy into the divine feminine, and she is going to create a new earth, and we're here holding that space right now, and through that will become the birth of a new child, of this Christed child. And we're waiting for that, and, and there's a lot of different myths or ancient legends that we will be saved by a being or many beings or a new being that we don't know, maybe ET beings, that we will be saved. But we are saving ourselves, and we just have to align with that Christ consciousness and activate ourselves. And it doesn't mean we have to speak in light language. It doesn't mean we have to do energy work. It just means to be heart-centered. That's all it means.
But the light
Very
language
simple.
opens me up. I mean, yours does too, and Kai's. I mean, if you want to share, because in these last two, it's like we're no longer on the planet. We are dancing up here.
Yes.
Somewhere in the stars, or I mean,
so let me, it's coming through. So let me.
Yes.
Manais karais toros roparat, but I stira forosha namanachsith, froshatri astira romanatast, drosti kadraya namanoshi gitira frost, urastira frai, praistokatast, padira fanoshi tiristikatist. Ay, no. I see a Haira staira fatroshka topliast, frostaira katarana manastatas, safata kria froshka dirasta namanaktis,
Wow. See, that's, I love that. I mean, I love that frequency. I just want to hold the space for the goddess to express, to ascend. And I think in that it's activating my cellular, all of our cellular structure. I mean, with each of those, Kai, you were kind of getting activation too. What was happening for you?
Oh, it's just this powerful, blessed, divine energy of light swirling into this just one beingness.
Do you want to bring through something?
De orono korosasari tarata. I an ala arato sosonto. I am God. Karana sirata karamo soto korosan sarete. I ra umbo o tonsare e korosan sarete karadan aliyata. We are one, we are one, we are one, one truth, one divinity, one love, one peace, one aspect of God. That's who we are. Korosan sarete koroshava koromo soroto karan harete. One God, one God, one Christ, right? It's Korosi Sarene ke Kaliyata Tando Kroshayarata. Wow, so we are doing the work. We are doing the work. We are doing the work so others can rise up to their own energy of grace, to their own energy of truth. Wow, so we've all known each other before. We've all connected before. Yes. We've all been together before. Doing this work together. Wow. Alan holding the light. Wow. Let's just feel the energy of light coming through our crown chakras. Wow, and anyone joining us, wow, there it is. That's the light that we're looking for. So we as a group, as one energy, bringing this light into consciousness on this earth, bringing everyone into this consciousness now. We're that powerful that we can bring everyone into this consciousness now. Guru tandarite karana kaliya shava guru nasirata. There it is. Kuruma siva karana kali arata. Nehoro. Nasirata.
Feel the vibration of all that. I'm just going to keep holding the space, but you know, it would be incredible if all 4 of you wanted to do it at the same time. I mean,
that is chaos.
Because I'm just absorbing it and vibrating. My third eye is like pulsating.
But maybe it's just a tone, like one.
Or whatever, sure, whatever comes through. Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what'll come through, but well, I might be speaking.
What do you think, Nina? What were you saying?
Maybe just all say the same tone. Say this.
What was Nina saying?
Art. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah,
Nina, you say something?
I feel like I know all of you and we're so connected that we could just flow together like an orchestra of creator because we're all just connected to the same source. That's what I'm feeling right now.
Trust that it will flow. Just trust.
Okay, I'm going to join in too then. Okay. Go ahead.
Irana, Guru Sara. Kuroto. Urana Kaliasha Takaram Soroto Tanharite Shava 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 Guru. Urana Kalisha Anda.
Yashiandra Sinditera Sitera Tarashite Amayo Tarashite Si Tere Tershimbo Tarasi
Maha.
Ore Tarashite Torshinte Ora Il
Shava.
Tashtia Tor Tashindere Kasim Tor
Maare.
Sarai kadroshi rai safarai patrai kapasias frostari trostikias aista priatroshias naprastata saprastiata.
Yandrushindiara Tarasitiro Toroshinia Tarasikiandrushinia Bio Baratira Si Teresite Tikon Brashinia Ai Toroshinia Tarasintia O andai Tirasite Tia Torshindia Takai Sumpa Iel Toroshinia Iel Parasitia
Rai.
Maharaku. Maharakuru Shaiva. An al aroto kurutanda redisha and harakuru. I am God. Dai Shiva korono totarete sha an ala arakutotoroko. Haransi hal arto or onto shi a o or e al o umba e in e a ahete oko to abagali Guru Shiva Karanakali Horoto Tarakara Tarishi Karanakali Hi Kalima Kali
Yeah.
Shai Kali
Rai.
Kion Barashite Tirasiti Kion Baratite Son Barashite Tirasi Teratio Toroshinite Kia Sion Barashinia Takasi On Barashtia Tarashiton Barasitire Tiko Wayan Barashinia Takasion Wayan Barashinia Sion Ayan Tion Barashinia Son Barashitia Tia Sion Barashite Sion Barashite
Oh, yeah. Show.
Nokoro Hara
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm,
Mm.
nice.
Mm.
Mm.
It's much needed.
Well,
Mm.
that's an initiation. That was a vibrational shift and a healing for me because I was having a rough day, and it's almost electric light. That's how I would describe that.
Mm.
And you shifted. We all shifted something. It was a new, maybe not a new frequency, but something was brought into the earth plane through your embodiment, through the presence.
Mm.
And I feel different. I feel like, I think anyone who's watching feels, it's a kind of, like a hand to hold through the storm as we move through these
Mm.
new times. It's like the vibration is now with us to ground us into something new. It's an initiation, and that's
Well,
But-
what it feels like? It feels
What?
like we're all wearing crowns on our heads right now.
Mm.
corona means crown.
Yeah.
I feel like that, Alan, that initiation for me, it's felt like we've done this not in bodies, but now we need to ground it into the body. And that's really difficult for, I think, a lot of us light workers. It's very difficult for me. I just want to leave the body. It's
No,
almost feels too hard to
You
bring
can't
it in the
leave,
body.
you're here to do the activation.
No, but what I'm talking about is I think that's what we're all doing now, is like bringing it into the earth plane, bringing it into the body, bringing it into the physical form,
Mm.
living it.
What were you getting, Shekina? You were holding that space. What were you getting?
A lot. Just, yeah, holding this space, and I was seeing visions of that when our souls have come together, and I don't believe it was by chance that we all came together today, because when souls come together like this, we activate our souls, we activate codes in each other. And I saw that. I saw how we've done this before, and we just naturally, our souls started to realign and connect. And there was this large like light. It was just this gorgeous light. It was like white light, but also a little bit of like golden light around the white light, and just like went out. And then it went through like everywhere that we're at, coming, because I'm in the voice and aware of that. So it came through like this light, then came through each of us where we're at, and out to like the ley lines, to all the places, like to all the connections, what I was feeling and seeing, and just loving to be a part of this, and to be a part of all of you. I really was tickled today to be a part of this. Like I knew I want to meet these women.
Yeah.
Connect with them.
Mm.
These are your people. I want to say you're all the same vibration. You're all bringing through this high array of the feminine. It's grounding and uplifting at the same time. It's like, it's
Yeah.
Mm.
the magic of these times. That's what's happening. The
Mm.
light is tangible.
Mm.
Yeah.
And your role is super important, Alan. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I have to say, I totally
He does.
enjoyed it.
He holds he holds space for the divine feminine. He does it very well.
Because I know that is a connection for me. It is something, of course, we all have everything, but that's something I don't have in a form. So holding space feeds me a part of myself that I don't have accessible in that way. I mean, and yeah, men are very different in their fields. I mean, we're of course expanding out of that as light beings, all that, but as we're earth beings, we're also holding different light frequencies that are now being mixed and married and conjoined. That comes to me to say, but like, you know, like you can't just have that without that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the male energy. I love the higher male energy. The way it is unified with the feminine, it's powerful.
Yeah. But that's why it's coming down in the streets. It's change. We can't keep having war and violence and all. It's just not working anymore. It never did, but it's just it's a new time. I think we're not there yet. We are walking through this very narrow passage into something unknown. Shekina, what were you saying?
I would say thank all of you for holding this space and being this space. And I want to thank you, Ellen, for holding this space. And I want to say that from my own just personal experience that I've waited a long time, sort of, and yes, I've just continued on in my journey, but I have waited a long time for the sacred masculine to hold the space. I do feel that the sacred masculine, the male, can hold the sacred space for the sacred feminine, especially at this, so that we can become more of who we are. It's a beautiful, wonderful thing. Now we're doing it regardless, but I acknowledge that, and because I think we do have differences. I think that's why we came as, you know, divine feminine and sacred masculine. I think we both, you know, I don't want to become, you know, more masculine. I want to become more of the divine feminine of who I am. And I want the sacred masculine to become more of who he is. I don't, you know, you don't need, the sacred masculine doesn't need to become more feminine per se.
Right.
They need to be, I feel they need to become more connected in their sacred masculine, so that they could recognize, you know, and honor their own, you know, divine feminine within themselves and outward in their relationship. And I love the way a male and his sacredness can hold the sacred space for me. Now we'll do it, you know, regardless, because we have our own sacred masculine, but I love the men to be able to do that. And I personally, I say, you know, thank you, and please continue to do so. Please help us. Please help the sacred divine feminine, because I feel our role right now is we're so being called. We have to. We have to, because that's our attunement to God. We have to be attuned to God, and our God source is telling us that this is what we have to do. And so, yes, I say sacred masculine, support us, support the divine feminine, help us. And, you know, together, you know, it helps us because then we start way more empowering you as well. It becomes this beautiful, because we have these beautiful gifts to share. That's what
the feminine has gifts that the masculine
That was beautiful.
has no idea about. That's why I love holding the space, because you're sharing your gifts that are precious and sacred and unknown. You know, the moon's mysteries are unknown to those. That's a woman I broke up with once. It's like the moon's mystery. But
I want to add to that, Alan.
yes.
So and what was Shekina was saying. So I believe that women like us are married to the divine father, the divine masculine in an etheric space. And it's in Christianity, or even in Magdalene Yeshua relationship, there's something called the bride of Christ. And it's really just married to Christ consciousness. And this marriage it doesn't seem physical, but it is, because it comes through us so often that we cannot help but, you know, be committed to it. And it's such a strong connection that when a man does come into our lives, they have to be able to recognize that we not only carry the divine feminine, but we are also carrying this sacred marriage to the divine father or the divine masculine.
Right.
And they're okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to understand for any masculine to understand. And I believe that when a woman meets a divine masculine and wants to meet them in that way, that divine masculine might even be married to the divine feminine.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's interesting. It's a new kind of relationship. It's almost like a what do they call it when there's three people married? Poly marriage.
Yeah.
It's like the Trinity.
It's a trinity of a poly marriage. And you know, it's not physical, but it's there. We the feminine, these women here, I know, I feel it. We are married to the spirit, the etheric space, because that comes first. Because that's what gives us grace, is serving the source.
Grace and beauty and love. But it's also nurturing for me, for men, to hold that space for the woman. It feeds us. It's like food. It's like in every cell of the body is just expanding. Into,
But Alan, you understand that, but most don't.
well,
And even the ones that are spiritual have a difficult time serving that energy.
yeah,
So
it's not even understanding though. I'm feeling.
yes,
I mean, yes.
it's innate.
Yeah. I mean, it's a feeling sense of something. But thank you.
But you've done the work, Alan, right? I
well,
mean,
I still have a
done the
lot of work
get
to do. Come on, I'm not.
but you've done the work to get to that place where you can understand that.
Well,
So men, do your work.
yes. Now, what you said?
That's our message for you.
I gotta go.
Oh, you're gonna go?
I have to go. I have an event, a
Just tell us
presentation.
how to find you. Tell us about your jewelry too. You make these incredible pendants there with.
Oh yes, this is the Sedona Angel.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Absolutely stunning.
Thank you. It helps. I designed it and it helps to
Wow.
shine your frequency and your divinity. And it came because of the song Sedona Angel song. So I'm actually working with my partner, who we were brought together from the divine to work on our divine mission together. And he is in the music business, and he is helping to assist to get the frequencies out on the radio, like on the mainstream, the language of light. So he wrote Sedona Angel, and this pendant came from Sedona Angel, and another pendant as well. So yes, the pendants, I sing songs, I do sessions. I'm sure all of you do that as well. You know, do sessions. soul readings, different things like that. My website, I think what I want to share mostly is that please go to, if you're watching, go to Shekina Rose on YouTube, because part of my service is bringing forth the transmissions and then putting them out in the best video that I can. And a lot of them has the beautiful Sedona, and to share that frequency, you know, freely to all the people. So go to Shekina Rose YouTube or Shekina Rose website if you want to receive these, you know, these transmissions and these blessings and anything else that you would like to know that of the other work that I do. Yeah. And I'm in Sedona, Arizona.
And you could buy these pendants. She will make individual ones.
What's your website?
It's Shekina Rose, ShekinaRose.com.
That's Shekina, Shikena.
Yes, it's she, S-H-E, she, Kina, K-I-N-A, Shekina Rose.com. And it comes from Shekina.
Yes.
Name. She gave me my name when after I had my first near-death experience. That's why it's in the language of light.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Great to see you again. Thanks for joining
Thank you
us.
for joining.
Thank
Just
you.
popped into the Facebook feed right when we were planning this. I thought,
Ah, beautiful. Perfect.
Thank you. It really was a pleasure and a joy meeting all of you and connecting. I felt all of you. I felt all of us. And you too, Alan, all of us, this beautiful center. Thank you. Thank you.
thanks. We'll see you in Sedona, okay?
Yes.
That would be wonderful. See you in Sedona.
Yes. See you soon.
Okay.
Always good to see you. So anyway, Nina, what's your website? How can people find you?
So I'm on Facebook. I'm Nina Starsong, and my Pleiadians Transmissions page is Nina Starsong Pleiadian Transmissions. And I am on the web, Nina Starsong Pleiadian Transmissions.weebly.com. And I also do theta healing sessions, specifically working with contracts and vows and types of astral altars and things of this type, trauma. And I do channeling and activations and psychic readings. And also what I wanted to share is that I actually made a Starseed pop album 10 years ago.
Oh,
I was living on the island of Kauai, and I was channeling this album through because it was my starseed wanted to hear a certain type of music that was not created yet. And I had no idea that I had created it for this time. So it's coded and it is galactivated and it's completely complimentary. It's on soundcloud.com.
and
And
you have a little song for us? No, I mean, a little piece, a little something.
I feel like I need to write all these down.
Well, they're on the video. I'll get that to you. But you have a little thing from the Starseed that you want to just share?
From the album?
Yeah, if you
It's different without the pop style behind because it's to beats and everything.
Beats.
okay.
Yeah,
No,
it makes it a bit different.
we'll just listen.
Yeah.
I think, yes.
What's the website again? What is-
Nina Starsong, Pleiadian Transmissions.weebly.com.
Great. Thanks so much for being a part of this too.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to add a little part. When we were all singing together, I was having these future and past now moment memories of seeing all of us doing this together in person. And it was breaking chains and casting out demons and casting out spells and waking people up. And so this is perhaps this is something we will all do together, but I just wanted to say thank you so much because I just absolutely love and adore all of you and I see all of you. And it was so beautiful to speak our star language together and understand each other from all these incredible places. We've come from all over the galaxy on this mission of new Earth rising upon Gaia. So thank you for inviting me. I just feel so incredibly grateful and blessed to have been a part of this. Thank you.
Great to see you almost in person there. You know, Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
if you come down through this way, New York, let us know.
I will. Absolutely.
Yeah. And
You're just, I have to say, the energy is just so sweet. It's so pure. It's so delicious.
Pure.
Right?
That's a good word. Pure.
It is. It's just,
Kai, are you doing work, readings,
you.
workshops? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off about wait.
it's okay.
I'm reintegrating back into that. So yes, I do private sessions, and I have my main source right now is my YouTube channel, which is Kai Shanti, Channeling God's Love, Angel of Light Meditation. But Kai Shanti would probably get you there. And my website is kaishanti.com. So normally I have group sessions, but I stopped since I had this major energy thing happen in February, but I'm just taking my time, easing back in. But that will be on my website when I start doing it. But I am doing private sessions now currently.
And you too, Val, you're doing private, lots of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
Tell us.
I do private sessions. It's really whatever comes through, psychic reading, oracle reading, galactic, auric readings, healing. It's whatever comes through.
But you
But
have
yeah,
to-
it's valsecrets.com. Yeah. That's my website.
Don't you have a workshop online coming up? Don't you do?
I do. I have it's actually a video workshop where I teach people how to be a mirror, how to heal with essential oils, and how to activate the priestess or the priest inside of them and learning the spirit of each oil. And I choose 7 sacred oils that will help them through the physical and the etheric evolution.
Beautiful.
No. Val Secrets, the Magdalene Tribe.
Yeah.
I'm Alan Steinfeld, New Realities. I do a lot of live streaming. Val and I were doing lots. We'll do some more together.
Yes.
Do a galactic weather report, which is really fun. Wait, I just want to read this poem, this words by Henry David Thoreau, who lived out in nature and just became like one with the land. And I just came across this the other day, and it's like, yes, I want to live like that. He says, if the day and night are such that you greet them with joy, and life emits a fragrance like flowers and sweet scented herbs, that is more elastic, more starry, and more immortal. That is your success. All nature is your congratulations, and you have cause momentarily to bless yourself.
It's beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yes, I need to get back to nature. I think I've been in my apartment for like 5 months, 10 years. So, yeah,
Traveling inward.
it is. It's good for that. But you're bringing through a kind of a higher vibration of a kind of earth nature. It's kind of a light nature. What you were all doing today. It's a light. It is the ascension frequency codes in a way, because nature is vibrating at a quickening pace. That's what's changing about the earth now. That's why we're moving into new times, because it's not the same old anymore. I don't know what that means, but it's not.
Well, everything is symbolic here on Earth. We're moving into 5G network, and we all know that we're in 5th dimensional reality, and so it's very mirror like. Whatever's happening on the matrix and through the matrix is happening in the etheric, and so we're just we're going along for a ride. We're just going along for.
Nina, how is Maine?
Oh, you know, Maine is lovely, and I had been missing the water so much. So it's been beautiful to be able to be near the coast of Maine and to be out near nature. I'm actually staying with a dear brother who is completely embodying the divine masculine and completely holding space. We did some transmissions last night together, and it's just been such a beautiful journey of experiencing what it's like to have tantric energy with someone, to create beauty without there being this need for a sexual exchange, or just really from this sovereign place. And I think that is so healing, that the divine masculine and the divine feminine as archetype or as embodied priest, priestess are coming together as we used to assist each other in this ascension process, to hold space together, to activate each other. And I give thanks for that, because I have been praying for this for so long, and I see this happening more on a global level, where we are just going to be coming together more in this way as tribe and seeing each other completely differently from this higher place.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Wow.
Mm.
You look very pure, radiant. All of you do. You have that purity. Well, I don't know. Maybe we should just hang out here all day. It's
I don't know about that, because I'm losing lights and I don't have any lights on. So
you have a lot of light coming out of you.
You do.
But you do. You do.
we all do.
But maybe we could do this again. And I did want Allie to be a part of this, because I think if you look up Kai and Nina about her book Project One,
Yes.
channeled through, and it's all about a new way of working with the feminine resonance as women first, and then men. But the book says it's the women that really need to redirect their archetypal energies. I think all of you are doing that, but you need to give up the old dogmas, the old illusions of how women are supposed to be, how men are supposed to be. But the book says it does start with the women, because in a way they're less connected to the system that we've created. So I think that's one reason. I also think because we're all birthed through the womb. I mean, that's how we get here. When that's restructured, our very light essence being is also restructured.
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you, Alan, for holding space. And
I
thank
just
you.
saw, I got a strong vision of all of us standing as our light selves in this circle, watching us in this play and laughing.
I love that. That's precious.
Well, we will do it again. We will,
Yeah.
because it's such a good little vibe. I mean, I don't even care who's watching. There are people watching. But for me, it's just like, wow, this has been really, I mean, I was having a hard day. My computer exploded, and it's like, I know that's like, but now it's like, well, here we are, and bathing in the light, and it's
Yes, it was a gift for all of us.
everything.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Huge gift.
I'll be in touch. Talk to you, Val. And
Yes, thank you so much, Nina and Kai. Nina, please connect with me online.
I will. It was so lovely to connect with you here, Val. I loved communicating with you.
Yes, yes, same.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Kai. Nice seeing you again. Much love to all of you.
Thank you, Kai. It was so lovely to meet you. And thank you, Alan. Thank you so much.
Oh, and it's been very, very pleasant. All right, we will do it again. Thanks for your energy. I'm going to sign off. You watching.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Love you all.
Okay, good night.